With cybercrime on the rise amid an age where personal and banking information can be accessed at the palm of your hand with mobile devices, how can Canadians protect themselves and their information? According to Statistics Canada, the total number of police reported cybercrimes increased by over 3.5%, or rather 3.5 times between 2014 and 2021. This with 70,000 cases in 2021 alone. Now, this month also marks Fraud Prevention Month, with the theme being Tricks of the Trade. What's in a fraudster's toolbox? Well, joining us now to give us their advice on how to protect yourself and your business from online fraud and cyber attacks is Mr. Carlos Chalico, EY Canada Private Cybersecurity and Privacy Leader. Mr. Chalico, welcome to Forum Daily.
Hello, Nima. Thank you so much for the invitation. It's great to be here with you.
Thanks for joining us, sir. Now, as we hear a lot more stories about cybercrime against large corporations, what is the threat level for smaller businesses and individual Canadians?
You know what? The challenge is real, as you have just described it, and it is impacting every single individual. It is not only persons, it's corporations. It's not only large corporations, but small corporations as well. We can see that basically the same level of risk that a large corporation can have can be experienced by a small one. The difference is perhaps in the impact. Of course, a small corporation may not have the resources and the preparation to react to this type of events, and this is where we can have a significant issue. The time and resources that companies need to devote to preparation and to the response that needs to be coming after you're experiencing something like this is critical. And that's why we think paying attention to these type of matters is crucial for every single organization.
Sounds like prevention may be key here. Now, what does small scale cyber attacks normally look like in Canada for both businesses and individuals?
It's pretty interesting because typically what happens when we think of a small organization is that the event can start with someone, with a person. It's typically with users that will click on something they shouldn't click, that can go to a website that is not necessarily a trusted one. And precisely because of the execution of these actions, they can download something in their computers that can start creating a problem. First, at the local level, the attacker is going to try to gain access to the computer itself to then start exploring through that computer the rest of the network and identify other elements within the network that can be hosting information that can be relevant for them. Personal information, financial information, commercial information, they can be after. And the challenge now is that as corporations, as organizations, we need to think not only on the impact this can bring to me only, but the impact that a situation like this one can cause to the entire ecosystem that we are part of. Recently, it's been more and more common to see attackers going after companies that are not their final target. They are just using these companies to get into the ecosystem that is hosting the final target they have. So corporations need to pay attention to this, and individuals as well. Identifying the security features within their devices, talking from an individual perspective, and the privacy parameters that can be configured is crucial as well. If we pay attention to that and we devote time to understand security configurations and privacy configurations, that can definitely cause a difference when we are talking about individuals.
Very important information there. Could all start from just one bad download. Now, bringing this back to maybe our viewers. Now, considering all people have some sort of smartphone with a tap to pay function or maybe some banking information on there, just how secure are your mobile devices when it comes to malware attacks?
You know what? Tap to pay as a technology is generally a secure way of paying, a secure way of transacting. The challenge is that in the end, this application, this method of payment will be installed in a smartphone, and the smartphone will be as secured as the attention we put into it to properly secure it. It is unfortunately very common for many, many users that have a cell phone to start downloading applications that are not necessarily applications they need, number one, and number two, some of these applications may come from untrusted sources. So we as individuals, as users, need to be paying a lot of attention to the applications we are going to be using to be sure that we are using only the applications we really need, number one. And number two, to download these applications from trusted sources. This will be significantly reducing the possibilities of having something that will contaminate the phone that can be impacting the type to pay application or any other one that we are using in our phone.
All right, Mr. Chalico, looks like we've got just about a quick 30 seconds left here, but if you could leave us with maybe one message, one quick tidbit of advice when it comes to protecting your information, both as a business and an individual, what would it be?
Yes, of course. I think we need to pay attention to cybersecurity, a very critical topic. We need to use software from trusted sources only, legitimate software only, and we need to have an anti-malware software installed in our devices in order to reduce the possibilities of being exposed. I think that the more we understand the level of criticality this brings to us as individuals, we will be able to help others and the corporations we work for.
All right, very helpful interview, Mr. Chilico. Thank you for your time today.